Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ringside Cinema. I am Money Mike, and on Monday Night Raw, we saw Seth Rollins win his qualifying match for Money in the Bank. And we then saw CM Punk come out at the end of Raw, chase him away, and anyone else getting flashbacks to last year's Money in the Bank? Because I could not help but have this feeling that for 2 years in a row, the WWE might waste the men's Money in the Bank contract. Now, last year, and I think in hindsight, 1 year later, we can all agree that it was a bad idea to waste the contract the way they did when they had Drew McIntyre win the contract, cash in on the same night, and then only for CM Punk to interrupt the cash in and cost him the cash in to build heat for a feud that was already heated up. So they didn't need to use the briefcase for that, but they went ahead and wasted it anyway. Now, when you look at the current storylines, I can't help but think that's what's going to happen here. Because Seth Rollins, obviously, we know he's kind of enthralled in this whole entire thing with Jey Uso. We know Jey is taking on Gunther for the World Heavyweight title on the Raw after Money in the Bank. And it is very possible that Seth Rollins could be cashing in on that Raw after Money in the Bank. But CM Punk could cost him his contract the same way he did to Drew McIntyre, thus wasting the Money in the Bank contract the second year in a row. Like, if you're going to have CM Punk cost Seth Rollins the match, or cost him the opportunity at the Money in the Bank, like, wouldn't you rather have him cost Seth the opportunity at getting the briefcase to begin with? I think this is what a lot of fans said last year was, why didn't Punk just cost Drew McIntyre the opportunity and get involved during the match, thus allowing someone else to win? And I feel like, from this perspective, that the WWE may kind of do the same thing. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see the men's Money in the Bank contract be wasted again the way they did last year, when there's potential for someone else to carry that briefcase. And again, it's in Los Angeles. LA Knight. Yeah. He should be the one benefiting from CM Punk getting involved and knocking Seth Rollins off the ladder, allowing LA Knight to go up and grab that briefcase to win, so that we can finally get LA Knight out of the Bloodline Vortex on SmackDown and get him into the main event scene. But we've seen the men's Money in the Bank contract, and just generally these last couple of years, be used, or the Money in the Bank contract in general, if you even include the women's, be more involved with factions. We saw Damian Priest. He won his contract as part of the Judgment Day, and that was a part of that ended up becoming a more bigger picture of Damian Priest eventually cashing in, and that leading to the split of the Judgment Day. We saw Io Sky win Money in the Bank, and then she cashed in, and that led to a bigger picture of the Damage Control split, Bayley winning the Rumble, Bayley taking on Io Sky. So again, it seems like these last couple years, Triple H has preferred to use the Money in the Bank contract as a way to further storylines within factions. Now, we do have this new faction on Raw with Seth Rollins, Big Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. So it's very possible that Seth could easily just win the briefcase, which, again, that does lead me back to the point of what this whole video is that it's making me worried that Triple H is just going to once again throw away the briefcase as early as the Raw after Money in the Bank. Because let's be honest, I think we know, with John Cena and Jey Uso in tag team match, which will probably be the main event of Money in the Bank, we probably won't see a cash in on the same night. So it is likely going to be Gunther, Jay on Raw, where we're likely going to see whoever wins Money in the Bank try to cash in during the match or after Jay wins, because I'm assuming that Jay is going to win, and then Jay will move on to Seth Rollins, potentially for SummerSlam. But Seth Rollins, if he's the Money in the Bank holder, when we get to that episode of Raw and Seth Rollins comes out, maybe you have Braun and Bronson take out Jay and Gunther, so that way he has help weakening Jay or Gunther or whoever. Let's say if it's during the match, maybe, have Braun and Bronson take them both out, clear the ring, he cashes in, and then CM Punk comes out, costing him the briefcase the way he did Drew McIntyre. And that's what has me worried. Because when you look at the Money in the Bank match right now for the men, there's superstars in there that would benefit more from the contract, from that briefcase, than a Seth Rollins, right? Seth Rollins right now, yeah, he could be in this feud with CM Punk right now, but it's probably more likely that Seth is going to get a title shot against Jay at SummerSlam anyway, and that's about the same time frame that Damian Priest was a world champion, where Damian cashed in and he won it. Well, he won at WrestleMania, and then he held it until SummerSlam. So that fits the timeline for Jey Uso to where he would lose the title. But also, you also have to consider in this: what about our tribal chief, Roman Reigns? What if it's not CM Punk? What if CM Punk tries to cash in, and then it's Roman Reigns costing Seth Rollins the briefcase? In one way, it kind of works because it's kind of Roman Reigns getting revenge for the heist of the century. But it also, once again, wastes the Money in the Bank contract. So I really do hope that with Seth Rollins now in this match, the plan is for CM Punk or even Sami Zayn to get involved during the match in order to screw over screw over Seth Rollins during the match, and not wait until the cash in, completely wasting the entire contract once again. So let me know in the comments below, who do you guys want to see win Money in the Bank this year? To me right now, I think LA Knight has to be the favorite. Seth Rollins obviously is right up there, but I'd much rather see LA Knight win it, have Punk cost Seth Rollins so they can continue their feud. And let's just hope that the WWE learned their lesson from last year and will not waste the Money in the Bank contract for the second year in a row. I've been your host, Money Mike, and you've been watching Ringside Cinema.